So friends, today I will make you understand what are international mutual fund schemes. Yes friend, if you have a dream of investing in world's best companies like Google, like Facebook, like Apple, like Microsoft, like Amazon, then you are in the right place. What are international mutual fund schemes? As the name indicates, international funds are equity funds that invest in stocks of companies listed outside India. These funds help you invest in some of the biggest companies of the world. That's really great. Helps in getting exposure to global leaders like Facebook and Google. If you want an exposure, if you want to diversify your risk, if you want to minimize your risk, definitely international mutual fund is an option you should look into. Good way to reduce your portfolio risk. International mutual funds are those funds that invest in foreign companies. These funds are also referred to as overseas or foreign funds. Some of the top global funds are Axis Global, Motilal Oswal Nasdaq 100 ETF, Edelweiss Greater China, SBI International, Motilal Oswal, Edelweiss US Technology. These are schemes which are currently available for international mutual fund. SSBC Global Equity, PGIM India Global Equity Opportunity, Franklin, Kotak Nasdaq 100 FOF. So you can see these are the funds which needs to be seen for investing in international mutual fund. So definitely everybody will like to invest in Apple company. Apple is world most valuable company, 2 trillion company. Apple is world's most valuable company, and it will give you a proud feeling to be an owner of Apple company through mutual fund. Yes friend, Alphabet, that is Google. Yes friend, it is a parent company of Google. Again, lifetime 5000% return till now, and Apple had given us 4 lakh% return. 4 lakh% return. Microsoft giving a return of 30 lakh%. Microsoft. Amazon giving a return of 2 lakh%. Netflix giving a return of 50,000%. PepsiCo 3,000%. Intel 70,000%. Starbucks 35,000%. AstraZeneca 1,000%. So these are some of the companies which will be invested with your money which you will give to mutual fund. Mutual fund is an organization that invests your money. So your money will be invested in international funds. Amazon becomes the country's second 1 trillion company. Microsoft is now 1 trillion company. Apple becomes first company to reach 2 trillion. Most valuable company in the world. So friends, these are some of the schemes. These are some of the companies where mutual fund company will invest if you invest in international mutual fund. Yes friend. So let's evaluate one scheme and let's see the NAV of the scheme and let's see all the details related to one scheme, international mutual fund. Let's see and understand the practical aspect of international mutual fund. Fine sir. So you can see one fund named Motilal Oswal Nasdaq 100 ETF. NAV is 112. Fund size means AUM, asset under management, is approximately 5,000 crore. Expense ratio is 0.56%. Fine. And NAV is 112. If you want to buy 1 unit, you will have to pay 112.2587. Fine, sir. So this scheme had given a return of around 37%. That's really nice. And since inception, this fund had given a return of 1000%. 1000%. That's really nice. You can also invest through SIP. SIP means systematic investment plan. Every month some amount will be deducted from your bank account and will be invested in mutual fund. Every month or every quarter or every year as the plan you will select. Fine. So now see what are the companies where my money is going to invest, in which companies my money is going to invest. So let's see the detailed portfolio analysis, complete portfolio analysis. So your money is going to invest in Apple, very good, Microsoft, Amazon, Alphabet means Google, Facebook, Tesla, Adobe System, Netflix, Intel, PepsiCo, Honeywell International Incorporation, Starbucks, Zoom Video Communication, Autodesk. So these are the world best companies where your money is going to invest. Kraft, eBay, so you can see all the proportion of your investment. Percentage holding means 11% is going to Apple. 11% of the total money which they have collected is going to Apple, and total value of holding 11% is for Apple, 9% approximately 10% is for Microsoft. So you will have each and every detail. You will have each and every detail of this fund. Fine, sir. Let's know about the scheme detail. Fund manager, launch date, expense ratio, all these things are given. Scheme details are also given. Fine, sir. So friends, what I wanted to say you, that practically you should also invest in such funds so that you get an exposure of international market. Rest you should consult your parents, your advisors to know whether you should invest or not. It depends upon each and every individual capacity, appetite, how much amount you want to invest. But this was an international mutual fund scheme which, as per my opinion, gives you an international exposure. So let's play a video of any company and see the success story of that company so that we will be motivated to have an international exposure in these companies. They are the companies which are as bigger than any country. So when we see such news, definitely it motivates us and definitely it tells us that these companies are really much bigger than the GDP of many countries. Yes, friend, GDP of many countries. You can see Apple's market cap is even greater than country like Canada, Brazil, Italy. So our money is going in such companies which are bigger than these countries. So let's play a video and understand the journey of any company which will definitely motivate you. Fine, sir.
Moments ago, we got it. Apple above 467.77, making it a $2 trillion market cap. Guys, it's kind of, I mean, it's a momentous moment. You got Tim Cook, 9 years as CEO, officially now a billionaire himself, guiding a company with market cap larger than the GDP of many countries. And John, a reflection of how quarantining and COVID has really changed the game for mega cap tech.
It sure is, Carl, and I can't help but think, October 5th, 2011. Back in October 2011, the stock was in the 50s. It's up more than 8.5 times from then. That's when Steve Jobs passed away. And anybody will tell you, Tim Cook will be first to say that this is still a company, Apple, with the soul of Steve Jobs. Here is a guy who had this idea about design, about vertical integration, about crafting technology for everyday life. And people were telling him he was wrong for a long time. Microsoft had the right model. Apple had the wrong model, but the iPhone and the businesses that they built on top of it, from the App Store to the iPad, now the Mac is taking on custom design chips from Apple along these same lines, has grown this company into something. You can only imagine what Steve Jobs would say. He sent an internal email the day that Apple passed Dell's market cap to mark that occasion. This is something on an entirely different level, Carl.
And it's worth noting that Apple became, of course, the first company to reach $1 trillion in market cap. That was just about a year ago. Now $2 trillion. That puts them as if they were a standalone stock exchange, if their market cap was a standalone stock exchange in this world, that would put them just behind the TMX and just ahead of Germany in terms of the largest stock exchange in the world, ranking number 10. This, of course, represents about 10% of the market cap on the New York Stock Exchange and about 13% of the market cap on the NASDAQ. Those two are the largest by market cap. So, all that we've learned about the law of large numbers, you can kind of throw it out the window.
Breaking the law.
When you look at Apple, you're breaking the law here in terms of math when you look at just what Apple's been able to accomplish in the span of about a year, Carl.
It's been unbelievable. John, I always think back to, remember when Cook was sort of in line? He was running operations, obviously a master logistics expert. And at the time, I remember one of the quips was that Steve Jobs' greatest creation was not the iPad or the iPhone or the iPod. It was Tim Cook. And it took a while for the market to come around to that. And then, as we said, COVID, the stay-at-home era, the reliance on digital, the reliance on technology, and Wi-Fi sort of put that game into turbo boost.
Yeah, Steve Jobs sure knew how to put a team together and how to switch around that team when it was necessary. Tim Cook is one of those people who he never switched out. It's interesting. Tim Cook was at IBM before he was at Apple, and he had some skills and has some skills that Steve Jobs just weren't his strong suit. The logistics is part of that. Tim Cook hates inventory. That's not necessary. He helped really streamline that. Tim Cook is diplomatic at a level that Steve Jobs just wasn't. You can see Tim Cook playing to multiple stakeholders and constituencies in a way that Steve Jobs really didn't seem to have patience for. But I'll tell you, Apple's place in technology right now, so hard to pin down. Today, it's almost $500 billion in market cap above Microsoft. Now, just a few weeks ago, it was neck and neck with Microsoft.